and the others. And the 2014, that time, we were struggling to bring or to put our message across because we was in opposition, especially explaining the free education wasn't a small task. But we had a favor from God and man for the Ashanti region people and beyond. They understood our message and we got a favor. And when we held the election in 2016, they voted for us. 2020, when we was going to election to that time, things are good. The free education have been implemented. And one district, one factory also has been established. And the nursing training allowances and training colleges allowances also was installed as we promised in 2016. But unfortunately, we have the global pandemic whereby we experienced the COVID. It was difficult. The economy, we grew it up from 4.7 as we took from NDC to 7.5 in 2020 was shut down because of this disease, COVID. You cannot go to church. You cannot attend funerals. When you meet your brother or sister, you cannot even shake hands. The schools have shut down. The businesses, the ports have shut down. You cannot travel and you cannot import or export. So where we used to have money and our taxes was down. But glory be to God who helped us to choose the good President Nana Akufo-Addo and his finance minister to help us, although we was going through a lot of problems, but still no government appointee can say that 1 month his pay was delayed. During the difficult time, we came back to the Ashanti region people. We pleaded with them as a regional executives. We have favor from God and we have favor from them. They voted again in 2020 elections and we won again. I think it's a good opportunity for the regional executives as we are celebrating our 1 year to take it as an opportunity to thank them. It's a very necessary because even Jesus, he asked when he healed 10 people and one came to give thanks, he asked, where are 9 people? So the one is there as an example for us to use it to thank the Ashanti region and beyond. Recently, unfortunately, one of our MP also passes on, Honorable Basua at Kumewu. We heard a lot. Our opponents, NDC people, they spread the scandalous and they say a lot of bad things to the MPP. They took advantage of the economy and what has happened to the world, especially the COVID and the Russia and Ukraine war. Because of that, we all know and we are aware as a citizen Ghanaians, we are aware, we know that the whole world is suffering. The NDC people was lying to the people that yes, they are going to use Kumawu as a sample to 2024 elections. And once again, we are using the same platform to thank the Ashanti, our chiefs, our honorable assembly members, union committee people, the good people of Ashanti and Kumawu, the people, the media, and the good people who selflessly came to Kumawu, who went to radio stations and television to canvass for our dear party. As a regional chairman, on behalf of Ashanti Regional Party, we have to say thank you. We have to say thank you. Thank you. Kumawu at the beginning was a very difficult place for us. At the beginning, when we went to Kumawu, they were treated as others. It wasn't easy because of our previous elections, what happened previously. But when we went there, we engaged the people, we explained what Nana Akufo-Addo has done for Ashanti and Ghana. They understood us, and when we went to the polls, Npp, we become victorious on last Tuesday election we held in Kumawu. And comparing it to 2020 elections, the Kumawu, we had about 51% in the Kumawu election. And now we increased from 51% to 71.9%, which is very huge advance in politically, showing that in 2024, in God willing, Npp, we are willing to break the eights as God has instructed us to cross or to break. Ghana had their independence in 1957, the same as South Korea and Malaysia. The only difference between the Malaysia and South Korea and Ghana is that the people in Malaysia and South Korea, they give a long term to the government to stay. Because of that, they use it to develop their country. But Ghana, unfortunately for us, from Kwame Nkrumah time, he had about 8 years, and from there become coup d'etat to the time 1979. Rawlings also did his coup, and then he proceeded from 1981. Then he succeeded from 1981 to 1992, from PNDC to NDC. Unfortunately for them, they had the power, but they couldn't use it. The long years they had to help the Ghana to develop. So in Npp, we fought, our grandfathers fought for 1992 for us to benefit or to have the Fourth Republic, 1992. From that time, 1992 to this time, NDC have had 1,882, and Npp also have 1,882. So we just want to plead to Ghanaians that they should see and compare the 8 years that, or the 16 years the MPP, we are going to finish our term. The things we have, brought, the policies we have introduced to Ghana, and the benefits, the huge benefit the Ghanaians have had previous years, since from Kufuor's time to Nana Akufo-Addo's time. Because of that, we are just pleading that they will see this huge policies the MPP have brought. Kufuor's time, he brought LEAP, he brought National Health Insurance, he brought mass transport, he brought $1 to 1 cedi, he discovered oil, he brought free maternal care, you know, he brought hope to Ghana. And the Ghanaians was very happy. As for the roads and infrastructure, President Kufuor opened the gateway to Africa. He let the whole Ghana experience that without Ghana, there's no way to Africa. And when the NDC had the opportunity, they lied. That's when they succeed President Kufuor, they will make 110 premium to all the women, on all the citizens, you know, about free national health insurance. When they came, they couldn't fulfill it, you know, and the economy started worsening from 1 to 1 to 1 to 4 to 1 to 4 to 5. So the time when we came, the economy has already rotten to the core, as former President Mahama said, and I'm not the winning in our academy. At a mess, are winning in our academy. This is what he said. He said he and his government has chewed all the meat from the bone. So how can he succeed? Then we pleaded with the Ghanaians again. We have God from men. We have God. We have favor also from God. And then we won. And when we won, that time, if you can remember, the electricity, we was in Dumso about 5 years. And when we asked John Mahama, he said that the only solution is to increase the tariff from 0 to 15%, and the water from 0 to 15% before he can solve the problem. He increased it, but he couldn't solve it. And he also told us that the education, all the people who are going to school, the secondary school people and the university, they have to pay the electricity bills and water tariffs. And when we asked them, we asked John Dramani Mahama about previous Kufuor administration helping the teachers training and nursing training, giving them allowance. Why do you cut it off? Can you bring it back or install? He said he would never do it. But MPP said we will do it. And now we have installed it fully. It's fully, it can delay, but it's fully paid. Nobody can say he's not receiving the allowances MPP or Nana Akufo-Addo promise. This is the difference. And Nana Akufo-Addo, we can experience the mega infrastructure. Now, every secondary school in Ghana, now, if you go to the Prempeh College, the school I attended, now you cannot see the difference between Prempeh College and the university. There is no difference. If you go to Opokuware high school, all the schools in Ghana, you will see that because of the mega and the massive infrastructure Nana Akufo-Addo has adopted, now it's working for every school has changed. So it's opportunity for the executive for us to say thank you to Akufo-Addo and his government. It has done well. If you may recall, former President Mahama, when we asked him, you benefited from free education. Do you think, as a president, do you think free education, is it possible for Ghanaians to enjoy? Now, he says that President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia having been a president before, so they don't know what they are talking about. If it would be possible, from where he is sitting as a president, he can confidently tell us that it will take for the next 20 years before the free education can be implemented in Ghana. As you all know, now, immediately you give the mandate to Npp, the free education who's supposed to be started for the next 20 years has been started for the past 7 years now. When you read Mark chapter 6, verse 6, that is why we said, whom am I? When we give the Bible, the scriptures and the scripts to Jesus, that time people become perplexed, because that time they knew that Jesus didn't go to school. He was the carpenter's son. So the Pharisees, as the NDCR, they said to Jesus that, read it, if he is true that you are the Son of God. And immediately he started to read it, then they become perplexed, they become surprised, they become astonished. So the same thing when they give the mandate to Npp, Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia government, the people said, we have given you the mandate. You was preaching about free education. Implement it now. Do it now. Do it now for Ghanaians to see. You are the media, the free education.
SOMPA FM. SOMPA FM. SOMPA FM.
So something like this, we have to give thanks to God. We have to give thanks to Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo has done well. His government has done well. So today, we take it as an opportunity to thank everybody. As yesterday, our Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, as he came on televisions and media to dress the nation, immediately to bring hope to Ghanaians, immediately the whole Ghana becomes satisfied. We become satisfied when we saw our president, the way he was serious to give and bring accounts, the affairs from the presidency, from the Jubilee to the ordinary Ghanaians. Yesterday, His Excellency spoke, and Ghanaians, especially in Ashanti, we say Ayuko. Ayuko to you, Nana Akufo-Addo. We say Ayuko for the development you have brought to the Ashanti. Although you haven't completed, but we have experienced mercy. We can see the airport. The airport one is something everybody can use his bare eyes. You don't have to pray or go to Kumasi Airport. The massive double rows entering Kumasi, Abuakwa, Atonsu, and Obuasi, everywhere, people we can see. Thank you. The Ashanti, we are praying for more, especially the Swami interchange. We are praying for you. As you promised to us, God speaks only to the leader, not the follower. the follower Muhammad. God doesn't speak to him. He speaks to you, the leader. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The time you was going to IMF, when you said to us, you announced, actually, we were surprised. We was confused. But today, you was proving to us that why God chooses you at a difficult time for you to be a leader. May God continue to bless you, continue to bless your government, and to bless your party. And with you, God will help Npp for any our presidential candidate who will win our presidential election will break the 8, as he has promised us in Exodus chapter 14, 13 to 14. The battle of God will fight for us. May God bless everybody. May God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.